Alright folks, it's officially week 3 of the college football season, and we did pretty well over the weekend. I nailed my upset special with Georgia beating Notre Dame, so took the points on that one. You'd be a very, very happy camper right now. I nailed the Oklahoma-Ohio State game, said Oklahoma would win, got that one. You got some bread off that one, hopefully. Overall, I can't really think of any overall game last week that I'm really sort of royally screwed up the line on. So yeah, all in all, a very, very good week last week. Hopefully we can do it even better in week 3. Let's get down to it. Friday, we got South Florida. I have no idea what they're ranked in the top 25, to be honest with you. I don't think they're that good. Taking on Illinois, and Illinois has actually played pretty well in their first 2 games. The over-under is set at 51.5. South Florida is a 17.5 point favorite. I'm definitely going to go with Illinois with the points there. There's no way South Florida wins this game by 18 points. So go with Illinois on that one. I think they'll be good against the spread. I'm not really sure who's going to win outright. I think Illinois does have a pretty good chance of winning this game, the whole kit and caboodle. But that's not what we're picking here. We're going just the straight line. Definitely go with Illinois with the spread there. They'll cover that one for sure. Over-under is 51.5. I don't think there'll be that many points scored. I think it'll be like 40 or like 48, but not 51.5. So go under. And I don't know. I would go with Illinois to win outright, but you know, why risk it? If they're giving you just the 17.5 point spread for Illinois, take it, because there's no way South Florida's going to cover that one. That's easy money right there. All right, Saturday we got UCLA taking on Memphis. The over-under is set at 70.5. I think it's going to be under that. It's going to be a lot of points scored, but maybe not that many. Memphis is a 3-point dog. Got to think on this one. Can UCLA win this one by 3? Yeah, because Memphis hasn't really been playing as well as I thought they would. I only have 1 game under their belt because the other one got canceled. But yeah, I think UCLA can win it by 3 easily. Just go with UCLA, take the points with them, keep it under 70.5. It'll be just dandy. Oklahoma State against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a 14-point dog, over under 66. Keep it under 66. I think Oklahoma State, if they can beat Ohio State, 31-13 or whatever that was, they can beat Pittsburgh by a lot of points. Cowboys, they can win. They didn't beat Ohio State. My bad. Who'd they play? Crap. They played some god-awful team over the weekend. But yeah, Oklahoma State, they can win by 14 points. Just go with them, take the points. No reason to get cocky. Air Force against Michigan. Now, this one could be surprising. I think Air Force is a lot better. Most people have them out to be. Michigan, 24.5 point favorite. Over is 53.5. I'm going to say go over that for the over-under. And, yeah, Michigan's going to win, but they're not going to win by 25 points. I think they win more like 14 or 17. So go with Air Force, take their points, and you'll probably earn a profit. Another way, encourage gambling, because gambling's wrong. Remember that. SMU against TCU. TCU 18.5 point favorite, over 64.5. I say keep it under because I think SMU's going to score a lot of points. TCU's going to win, but not by 19 points. They'll win by like 10 or 14. So go with SMU in the points, and you'll be a happy camper. Tennessee against Florida, pending it happens. Because, there's stuff going down there in southern Florida with a hurricane and whatnot. So, yeah, Tennessee is a 5.5 points underdog in this one. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Florida, 5.5 favorite, under is 49.5. Definitely keep it under. I think Tennessee's going to win. I think they can win by at least a touchdown. So, take Tennessee in the points, and they win outright. Keep it under 49.5. Will do you good wonders. Alright, Virginia Tech against Eastern Carolina. Virginia Tech's 21-point favorite, 60 over-under. I'm going to say go above that. Virginia Tech wins by... They're going to win by a lot. I say take the points. They should cover easily. Wisconsin against BYU. Over-under is 41. I say keep it under. Wisconsin's supposed to win by 16 points. I don't think they cover. They win by like 10 or 14. It's a little bit too high to me. So go with Brigham Young on the point spread. We've got Mercer taking on Auburn. They don't even have a line for it yet because it's just so preposterous. Yeah, well, no, Mercer is not going to win. Actually, if you can name the city and state Mercer is in, I will send you like free candy in the mail. Okay, give up. Yeah, it's in Macon, Georgia. Like, nobody cares. Yeah, Auburn's going to win this game. I don't know what the line is, but it's going to be preposterous. And they'll probably cover. This is going to be an absolute just slaughter on behalf of the Tigers because they lost that game against Clemson. They want revenge. Whatever the line is, Auburn is going to win. Take it. Go over the spread because they're just going to pile the points on just for pure meanness. And not even a question there. All right, folks. Are you ready? This is it. This is my shoe-in of the week. Ohio State against Army. Army is a really, really good team. Ohio State obviously had that loss against Oklahoma. Very demoralizing. They're at home. Ohio State's going to win this game. I mean, I really want Army to win because I'm all patriotic and whatnot. But Ohio State, after getting beat by Oklahoma, having Baker Mayfield basically shove a pole through your field at the end of the game, you're going to beat up on somebody. So Army's going to be the battered wife in this scenario. I got the Buckeyes. They've got 30.5. They're going to win, but it's not going to be by 30 points or 31 points. They're going to win by like 18 or 20. So, once again, my shoe-in of the week. Go with Army. Take the point spread because Ohio State will not cover. Ohio State does win outright, and it will be above 53 points on the over-under. Do that, and you'll have some change jostling in your pockets on Monday morning. Washington State against Oregon State. This one, should I do it? Let me check the other games real quick before I make any rash decisions. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. This is my upset of the week. I think Oregon State wins. Washington State, they're a good team, but they struggled. They took forever to beat Boise State over the weekend. And I think Oregon State's not really that good of a team, but they can win. And the 21-point differential, way, way too high there. No way Washington State covers that when they only beat Boise State by 3 points in overtime. So yeah, Oregon State, I think they win outright. I think, and even if they don't, I mean, just take the point spread. 21 is way, way too high. Washington State will never cover that. Keep the over under 63, and you'll be wiser than the average bear on that one. What should be like my Las Vegas name, like my gambling line name? Like Vegas Jimbo or something like that? We'll work it out. All right, Tulane against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's going to win. 57.5 the over-under. Go above. Oklahoma's 34-point favorite. That sounds really, really high, but Tulane sucks and Oklahoma. Well, you know what? I think Oklahoma's going to win by like 28 or 30 points. I think they're going to put the foot on the throat quite yet. So go with Tulane for the point spread. Oklahoma is definitely going to win outright. They're going to get about 34 points. Over-under above 57.5. Will be dandy. LSU against Mississippi State. This could be a really entertaining one. LSU is a 7-point favorite. Over-under is 51.5. I think LSU wins outright. I think they can win it by at least 7 points, maybe like 14 or 20 points, to be honest with you. So just go with LSU in the spread. No reason to monkey around with the favorite. Colorado State against Alabama. Alabama is a 28.5-point favorite. Over-under is 53.5. Alabama's going to win by... Yeah, they'll cover the points. They'll win by like 30, so they'll win. No reason to get too greedy there. Kansas State against Vanderbilt. Surprisingly low line on this one. The Vanderbilt's only a 4-point underdog. Yeah, Kansas State's going to win this one. I think they clobber them. They're going to beat them by like 10, 15 points. So yeah, KSU wins that one. Go with the line. Over under them and go above. It's 47.5. Georgia State against Penn State. Penn State's going to win this one. It's going to be just an absolute shellacking. 38.5 points. I think Penn State wins by like 30 or 35, but not that high. So I'll take Georgia State on the points, but Penn State does win outright. Over-under is 53.5. Honestly, I think Penn State can score that much by themselves, so just go with them there. Sanford against Georgia. Once again, there's no line here. Georgia definitely going to be the favorite. The line's going to be preposterous. Sanford is not going to win this. Whatever they have for Georgia, go with it. They're going to win. They're going to cover the spread. Whatever the over-under is, probably go over because they're going to put some garbage time goals up there. Georgia wins outright. They win the point spread. Whatever it's going to be, I can just tell. Clemson against Louisville, obviously our game of the week. Louisville is a 3-point dog. Clemson obviously just shut down Auburn. So you have probably the most explosive offensive player in college football taking on one of the best overall defenses. Offense against defense. Defense wins. I think Clemson wins it. I think they can win it by like 7 or 10 points. So go with the favorite. Clemson is the 3-point favorite. Over under 56, definitely keep it in because it's going to be a defensive affair. Tigers should win it. Texas at USC in a big rematch of the 2006 National Championship game. USC is a 15-point favorite, which I can kind of understand considering what they did to Stanford over the weekend. But Texas, I think they'll keep it close. Trojans do win outright. I think they win it only by like 9 or 10 points, though. Over-under is 67, so keep it under 67. Give the points to Texas, and the Trojans still win outright. Should do pretty well. Fresno State against Washington. Washington's a 33-point favorite. Over is 54.5. Fresno State's going to get destroyed by like 28 points, maybe 30, 33, a little bit arbitrarily too high. So I think Fresno State will shockingly cover, so give them the points. Washington does win outright. Keep it above 54.5. And lastly, Stanford against San Diego State. San Diego State is actually a pretty good team overall. San Diego State's a 9.5-point underdog. Stanford 45.5 with over/under. Definitely keep it over because I think there's going to be not as much offense as most people expect in this one. Stanford still wins. They can win by 10 points. Stanford covers. They win outright. Keep it under 45.5. And that's money in the proverbial bank. Alright, so those are my week 3 picks. We did very, very well last week. We did pretty well in the first week too. So let's see what happens. Upset the shoe in of the week. Maybe I'll nail the upset of the week too while we're at it. So that's that. Once again, these picks are purely for entertainment purposes. This is not, for financial investment advice whatsoever. Like I always say, if you want to gamble, go put your money in the stock market where there are less restrictions and you can lose way more money and ruin your family a whole lot quicker than betting on college sports. Alright, well that's it for this week. I'll see you Saturday, and hopefully we got some good games because looking at the dearth of what we have on the schedule now, it's going to be blowout city.